What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we are doing an overview and categorizing House of Dastan. I have all six currently at the recording of this. This is all six of the fragrances available from the house. And I'm getting asked about this one and that one anytime I wear them, or some of the review videos, first impressions and everything that I did when they've been featured in weekly rotations and everything. And I said, I thought about it and let's do a house overview. Because I would actually break these down into three categories among the six fragrances, with one by itself, three in a middle tier, and two in kind of a special tier. So I think that while overall a nice, mass appealing, easy to like brand, there is some uniqueness among this. There's some easygoing stuff. There's some very unisex fragrances. There's some fun ones. And I want to dive into them. So there's links down below. With the discount code, if you're interested, I would strongly encourage sampling or getting the Discovery set. You can always get the 10 ml travel atomizers, or you can get the bottles, but they are pricey. So my recommendation is definitely get individual samples of what you're interested in, or just grab the Discovery set so you could try all of them with their 2 ml samples. But of course, you don't have to buy a damn thing to watch this video or any of my videos. I'm just saying it's there if you want to check it out, down in the description. So let's dive into it, shall we? Stay tuned. Starting with a required tier, at least for me as a blue fragrance guy, we have their blue fragrance. Now, the lowest one I've rated, I believe I gave it a 7.75 out of 10, very good, bordering great, because it is a typical designer profile. It will remind you of a few things. A lot of people want to relate it to like Imagination mixed with Percival. I see where they're coming from. It's got more of a gin and tonic kind of thing to me. This is Light Breeze from House of Dastan. And this is the one I've most recently worn. It is a fun, like, juniper aromatic kind of smell, gin and tonic, even though they don't have juniper. It's weird. I get kind of a M. Micallef gin tonic type of similarity. I do get a little bit of Percival because you have the spicy musk. You have some citruses, some fruit. There's a bit of ambroxan, this amber ambroxan, the orchinox note. It's a fresh, kind of watery fragrance, but again, very musky. Very synthetic musk, that Percival tie-in that I was speaking on. Kind of their blue fragrance, basically. This is one that, if nothing else, you know you can rock this for anything and everything. It works, it smells good, it performs well, it's going to get some compliments. Think the Fierce DNA, think Percival, think the fresh citrus and greens of LV Imagination. Just high compliment factor, super likable fragrances. Again, it doesn't smell like either one of them specifically, but it smells kind of like a hybrid of that mixed with, like I said, a little bit of M. Micallef's gin tonic, like kind of that whole citrus, spice, crispy, aromatic, musky smell, because it's very crisp, very bright. This is a beautiful fragrance, but again, there's more interesting stuff in the house. That's why it's actually the lowest rated, because it's, I guess, blue's considered generic because there's, everybody's got them, but everybody needs one in their line. Everybody needs their blue, in my personal opinion. As a guy that loves blue fragrances, I have a larger subcategory collection of blue fragrances than any other subcategory or subgenre in perfume. It's my go-to. I'm known as the blue fragrance guy. You would think I would rate it higher because of it, but I understand the reality and the subjectivity of it. So I'm able to take myself out of it and just look at it as a really good blue, but at the end of the day, it's a blue. Done to death, right? But totally worth checking out because this might end up being your favorite blue. So as far as their blue fragrance category, their, do-it-all, well-rounded fragrance. Let me see if I can get this to focus. That would just be amazing. There we go. We got House of Dastan Light Breeze. Now we're going to go ahead and put that right here because we're going to wear that today. It's nice and hot outside, and that is perfect. So next we have our unisex kind of fun everyday wear fragrances. We've got three in this subcategory, with their newest release being in here. And we're going to start with one called You. You with a question mark at that. Get that to focus. There we go. So You is a little juicy fruit, fig. It has other citruses. It's a little milky and lactonic. It's floral. It has that slight, ever so slight feminine lean to it for being unisex. It's still overall a very fun fragrance. It just smells really nice. It's a little creamy, but still fresh, airy, and bright. Dare I say, even a bit ozonic. Loads of aromatics, like I said, citruses, fruits. It's a slightly juicy, lightly bittered fig that does stand out in here. But I still wouldn't call it the most dominant note. It does stand out to me, though. There's spices, a little bit of musk and woods. It's very well rounded. Like I said, the main thing here is it's sweet, it's floral, it's ozonic and bright, it's got a hint of spice. And again, there's this milky lactonic creaminess to it that doesn't overtake it and make it a super creamy fragrance like super sandalwood dominant or a heavy coconut milk. It's not over the top loaded down with that, but there's elements of that to give it this slight creamy feel, a little touch of powder. There's some depth to this fragrance, I think, for the ladies. For an everyday wear, this is probably one they would thoroughly enjoy. And for guys that like a little bit of florals, and I mean just a little bit, it's not a really heavily feminine leaning fragrance. It just has a little slight lean past unisex to feminine. I think guys that enjoy that are going to very much enjoy this. Is another one totally worth getting a sample. The first of our fun unisex style fragrances is House of Dastan You. Next, this is super fun, right? This is Game of Joy. So here's our tropical fruity fragrance. This is a fun, super fun, did I mention MegaFun fragrance. Perfect for the summertime. Mango, passion fruit, juicy, almost syrupy-like, just juicy fruit. Fun in the sun, tropical, watery. Has a nice musky, slightly spiced tone as it gets deeper into the dry down, but the main players here, mango, passion fruit, and a multitude of other citruses to support it. This is just a fun, over-the-top, sweet, fruity, tropical fragrance. Everybody can enjoy. I think it's perfectly unisex. I don't think it leans one way or the other. If you're, over-the-top, sweet, fruity fragrances you find to lean feminine, then okay, in your opinion, it would lean feminine. For me, I think it's perfectly unisex. There's a craze and a trend for these mango passion fruit fragrances over the last, I would say, 2 summers, and it is the it thing for the summertime. And look, mango is my favorite fruity note. Orange is my favorite citrus. Mango is my favorite fruity note in fragrance, and you get a load of it. Smells like mango slices with a big, just like cutting into some passion fruit, just super juicy. So good. All of these perform really well, by the way. But again, perfectly unisex, fun in the sun, everybody can wear. Doesn't have to be in the summer, but I mean, it just suits it so well. It's Game of Joy. Now, we have Unseen, their newest release. This has a multitude of woods to it, while still being fresh. A little bit of sweetness to this one. It's got a nice hit of cedar wood. A little bit of a fougere-like feel, but overall it's a very fresh, woody, aromatic type of profile. Like, think, now I don't mean it smells like this, but like poster child for the woody, aromatic profile would be Dior Homme 2020. I think as far as the niche world, this is kind of a poster child profile for woody aromatic. It's loaded with soft woods. There's a little bit of moss and some green elements here, but they don't really like jump out and add earthiness. If anything, adds a little tinge of spice to it. Very bright, aromatic, soft wood fragrance. Easy to like. I would say this one has a little bit of a masculine lean, where You had a little bit of a feminine lean. Game of Joy was dead in the middle. I think you get a little tinge to the masculine side with this one. Again, I'm not saying it smells like Dior Homme 2020, because I don't think it smells like Dior Homme 2020. But as far as categorically, that's the type of profile I think this falls into, where it's just loaded with woods and aromatics. As woody aromatic gets. There's other notes, but they don't really like jump out. To me, anyways. Orchinox seems to be like the common denominator across the board with these. It's an ambery, slight ambroxan family type of smell. Ambery, ambroxan. Fun fact, that was in Evening Mystique. That's an oil that was created by Mon. Richard Herpen contracted through Mon. Richard Herpen perfumed all of these. He uses the oils Mon has, right? So just a little quick tidbit, fun fact for you guys. So quality, as far as their naturals, their high-grade synthetics, their original synthetics that they create, such as Orchinox, that is a trademarked note that they created. And it's across the board, I believe, in all 6 of these fragrances. And it really makes these profiles just kind of pop. It helps lift them. And I think that's part of what makes this so bright. Again, dare I say, ozonic and very aromatic with soft woods. This is a great everyday fragrance. I think this is signature scent worthy type of stuff that pretty much anybody can enjoy. Men, women, and children, all ages. I mean, I can't imagine too many teenagers dropping this kind of cheese on a fragrance, but the fragrance world has changed. You know how many curly head get a perm like my mom used to back in 1990 with their dangling earring? How many of them dudes drop 250, 300 on fragrances now with their whole paycheck and shit? It's wild. More power to them. I wasn't doing it like that when I was their age. I was into fragrance, but not $250 to $300 fragrances. But more power to them, boys, right? Something like this you can get away with wearing for everything. In the heat, in the cold, day, night, dressed up, dressed down, workplace settings, indoors, outdoors, dinner dates. It's a safe play. This is a really, really well-rounded fragrance that can literally do it all. It's House of Dastan's Unseen. Now we have the special category. This is the special tier. These two I think are special because they are different, right? Especially this one. This is called Five Senses. So what's special about it? Why does it get to be in this tier? For being as unique as it is, I think this is a perfect signature scent for a man that wants to stand out. It's a masculine fragrance. It's a classic aromatic fougere, spicy green, barbershop style, but it also smells like a frickin' gingerbread cookie. There's apricot. There's all these wild notes that I don't necessarily have jump out at me, but I get gingerbread cookie with a classic green-styled aromatic fougere. Like the color of the juice is very fitting. There we go. God, it's beautiful. Mossy green kind of fragrance. Lavender aromatic. Has that old school feel with a gourmand hit. Very odd, but good odd. This was the very first fragrance I tried from the house, and I was like, wow, this is what we doing? Okay, because I had heard good things about the house before they ever reached out. And because, if Justin Copeland's giving it the stamp of approval, I value his opinion. That's my boy. And as far as content creators, the opinion I trust the most aside from my own. I take whatever he says to the bank because I know him very well. And he says what he means. And I know his taste. And for him to like stuff like this, hell, I was super excited to get this because he's not a blue fragrance guy. He calls them basic bro scents. He's been rocking that. I was like, ooh, must be a good blue. Guess what? Really good blue. So, subscribe to Justin Copeland. But that was neither here nor there. As you can see, it's all natural flow in the moment with me when I speak. This one is oddly unique. That's the best way I can describe it. Aromatic fougere meets gourmand cookie. Gingerbread cookie. Great performer. And this is for the guy that wants to stand out a little bit, but still has that timeless feel. That's probably the best way I could describe it. It's a modern, odd twist of a gourmand and a freaking gingerbread cookie. I can't get over that gingerbread cookie. And it smells great. It smells great. It makes it unique. It makes it special. I think that's why it's in this tier, because it is probably their most special fragrance that I think you can get away with wearing all the time. It's Five Senses. Now, how about their special fragrance that I think is specifically date night, cold weather, evenings? This is the only time I would want to wear this. It has this rich, earthy, chocolatey, little touch of iris, floral waxiness, very balmy and resinous, a bit smoky, dark and ambery, but super likable and super mass appealing at the same time. We've got Love Flame. The name even dictates date night, right? This is the most situational fragrance of the bunch, and I think it's the best fragrance. This was the highest rating. I think I gave this one a 9.25 or a 9.5, something like that. Outstanding fragrance from them. There it is. You get that carrot seed smell right away, that vegetal, earthy tie-in. It's waxy, super waxy up top from the carrot seed and the iris that they use here. Legitimately good stuff. This is the same kind of iris that you can find in Business Over Pleasure. And Evening Mystique. God, it's so waxy just floating around. Again, the oils come from Mon. I'm super familiar, right? God, it's so waxy. A little bit got on my nose, so I'm like, potent. It's just here, right? God, this is so good. I would not wear this every day. There's very few situations I want to wear this in. This is a special profile. This is so evenings out, dress to impress situations. I just get a sample and try this one. This is dare to be great kind of stuff. This isn't completely bold, but kind of bold. I don't think it's a daring fragrance, But man, it's to my taste of what I like for evenings out, for banquets and special events. Hell, for weddings, evening settings, for receptions indoors. Just, it's a topic of conversation type of fragrance. This is so freaking good. This, if I was to just leave one fragrance in the special tier, it would have been this, but an aromatic fougere that's also a gingerbread cookie I think is pretty damn special, so that's why we had both of them together. What a 1-2 combo, honestly. The special tier. Rock this one every day and be different. Wear this one to evenings and special events and be different. And then throw the blue fragrance in for good measure in your warmer months and get all the compliments. And you'll get, I'm confident you can get them here. There's no guarantees any fragrance ever in any situation will get you a compliment, but some have higher probability. And this is so different and special. I can't imagine when you wear this, you won't get a compliment. I haven't had that. I've only had some test sprays of this one so far because I haven't had the situation I deem suitable to wear it just yet. I do have some situations coming up, and it's top of the list to wear because I have not given this a full wear as of yet. I know, crazy, right? I'm giving it this kind of praise, but I'm very situational, and I'm extremely seasonal with my fragrances. So when I deem you perfect for something, that's what I'm going to wear you for. And that's the case here. So definitely worth a sample. Not something I recommend to wear all the time, obviously, but I think it's their best fragrance at the same time. So in the special of the special tier, Love Flame. Well, that was my overview and quick summarization, kind of detailed review at the same time, of the House of Dastan, all 6 fragrances that are currently available at the recording of this video. In the future, there might be a 7th and 8th. I don't know. Because Unseen came out like a month ago. They only had 5 prior to a month ago. Now they got 6. So you never know. You never know. There may be new ones. Depends on when you see this video. There may be new ones, and I may have it, I may not. I don't know. But I am thankful to have them. Of course, take my opinion with a grain of salt. It's always best to sample them and try them for yourself. Again, there's links down below. I encourage sampling. Sample, 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 sample. Don't just throw money around and risk a blind buy, because $275, even with 10% off, $27.50 coming off. Yeah, that's a nice little discount, but it's still over $200 you're going to pay for a bottle. So, you know, be responsible with the way you're going to spend your money. Make sure it's for you. That's always the best way to go about it. That's what I recommend. I blind buy so you don't have to. I did not buy these. MAXAROMA sent these my way. Every single video I've used that I've done to each of these fragrances, I made sure to mention it. I want to make sure, I don't think I mentioned it in the intro, that, yeah, they sent them my way, but I just really enjoy them. You believe me, don't believe me. I would hope you're an adult. Just because you're older doesn't mean you're an adult. It's a lot of what's going on up here dictates someone being an adult, in my opinion. So be responsible and get some samples and try them for yourself. Don't trust me. Don't trust my opinion. Like my man Kubano says, don't trust me, trust your skin. That's great advice. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. We'll see you on the next one.